Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Miriam. I am a medium to people, pets, and the paranormal. Every Monday we do our pick a card reading. Every Wednesday we do our power animal pull. And every Friday we get our spirit guided message. We are now doing zodiac sign specific. So today is Libra. We're going to look at Libra, see what comes up for you. I'm shuffling your cards right now. Libra, you have been trudging through the forest, trying to find your way out. You have collected loved ones, jobs, things that you like, but I feel like you're still in like a forest of what now? And how do I get out of this? And it's not that the forest is bad or scary or dark. It's just a lot. And you want to get out, but you don't really know how, and you're kind of stuck in your ways just a little bit. But if you could try something a little different, you'll notice that there's opportunity on the horizon. But sometimes you get so bogged down by the forest, which I'm using forest as obviously a metaphor, which forest is like job, people, friends, stress, how you view yourself. You're just so bogged down by all of that and so used to it all being there that you've actually learned how to navigate this forest really well, even though there's better ways to do it. You know, someone else may come in and go, why have you been doing things like this? It would be so much quicker and easier if you did it this way, but you're so used to carrying this load that you don't, you can't see another way. And so this year for you is about seeing another way. No longer feeling confined by other people's choices, by other people's opinions. Again, when I say masculine, feminine, I'm not referring to gender. I'm genderless. This isn't about man, woman. This is about male, female energy. And so you decide which resonates with you. That's your choice. But I'm feeling there's this male energy, masculine energy that is has been controlling. For some of you, there's this masculine energy that's been controlling your choices in your life. And he's a little manipulative and he's a little overbearing, but he's doing it in a way that seems like it comes from love, but it's too much for you. And it's been, you've allowed this person, this masculine energy to kind of dominate your choices in your life. And here's the interesting thing. Is this isn't a typical controlling situation where someone on the outside might go, oh my God, this person's controlling the hell out of you. It's so subtle that you are just coming to recognize that this is happening and that you no longer want it happening and you no longer want it in your life. This year for you is about becoming, just coming out of the forest and seeing things clearer. It's about realizing how you put yourself in situations that can kind of bound you or stop you or hold you back. And instead, finding ways to put yourself in situations that are more productive and successful. For Libra, this is hard because you tend to lean both ways. And if you aren't feeling balanced or you're not feeling that others are feeling balanced, then you won't move forward with what's right for you and what you want, not realizing that other people can take care of themselves and that's not your job. Our job, side note, is to be of service and to support others. But there's a difference in being of service and supporting others and just being codependent to others, okay? To some of you, there's some feminine energy coming in, older feminine energy. I say older meaning not in their 20s, pushing 40s. And this feminine energy is feeling ready for a fresh start, ready to try something new. Kids are getting older, and yes, it is time for you to do that project that you've been thinking about. Someone or some of you female energies with kids getting older, not gone yet, but they're getting older. You've had a project that you've wanted to do, that you wanted to start from home. I feel like you're making something with your hands, or somehow utilizing your hands, and you've been wanting to do this. Do it. It's time. Start it this year. Okay. There's a younger masculine energy, Libra, that has been working away, and you work very diligently, you work very consciously, and you work very precisely, because you're trying to get yourself to this end goal. I see that end goal will be reached around June. For those of you that are watching this not in real time, it's about from when you're seeing this, about 4 months from today. You'll be seeing some things transpire that you've been working really hard to get to. You're going to see some help as well with this project that you've been working on. Someone's going to come in, another masculine energy is going to come in and support, put money behind, believe in what you're doing. Okay. Libra, you have, you're very good at finding that patience for other people. You're very good at finding that balance for other people, but you aren't very good at doing that for yourself. And we no longer live in a time where you can afford to neglect yourself, because that neglecting of yourself affects everybody else. And we live in a time where we have to be looking out for ourselves and others. And we can only look out for ourselves if we're looking out for ourselves first. So they're saying, Libra, there's some of you out there that really need to get serious about your health. You need to eat better. You need to exercise. Some of you are really neglecting that area of your life, and that's going to catch up with you this year if you're not careful. Okay. For some of you, you've been carrying around this huge burden, this loss that you experienced. Then this loss feels like, for a lot of you, it was a loss that wasn't necessarily death. It was a partnership loss or a loss at a job. And it really is just, you've been carrying it around, and it's time for you to let that go, because if you don't let that go, you're going to carry that into this year and next steps for yourself. And it's like you're carrying an extra bag that has nothing in it but bricks. And why are you making your life harder than it needs to be? You will be seeing some support. Some of you are looking for some maternal support. I'm feeling one of two things: maternal support, meaning literally from the mother, from someone you view as your mother, and some of you will be trying to become a mother, which should be very successful this year. But I'm continuing to see that for so many of you, you've been so good at really surviving in an environment that is so dense and isn't nurturing and isn't loving, and it's time to get out of that. So how do you look differently? How do you see through the forest? Meditation, but sometimes they're saying it's as simple as just changing up your lifestyle. What's the first thing you do when you wake up? We'll do something different. Change your patterns, change your habits, so that you can get comfortable with different patterns. You can get uncomfortable. That's one way that you can start to see things differently, that you can see a different viewpoint, see a different opportunity, see a different vantage point, is by changing up your patterns. If you're very methodical, you've been doing the same thing every day for the last few years, change that pattern up, okay? Sleep on a different side of the bed, do whatever you need to do to change things up. Come December, there should be a very big shift for you that can be both a little jarring, but then actually very beneficial for you. And I say jarring because it's going to feel like it comes out of nowhere, but it's going to ultimately be very beneficial for you. So this year, Libra, is about walking through this forest and clearing it by finding different paths out of this forest. That's where we talked about changing up patterns, changing up habits. This year is about finding balance within yourself first, so you can help others find balance instead of being consumed with everyone else's balance and not your own. This is about starting new projects this year. This is about believing in yourself and taking a different path. I'm going to say that again, taking a different path. And I want you to take that sentence figuratively, but also take it logically. So different paths, driving a different direction, getting out of bed on a different side of the bed, changing your workout, changing your diet, changing the times that you do things. They're really wanting you to change your patterns and habits so that you're shaking things up. I mean, that's like the that's like the easy version, shaking things up so that you can see things in a different light. You can see things clear. You can see things better. So you can see through this forest that you've been trudging through, that you are ready to come out of. You will successfully get out of this forest if you become more conscious of how you do things and the choices that you make, and become more conscious of how you take care of you.